keeping those. There is like iron embedded in these two wheels over here, plus they're scuffed up, but they need new tires. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm gonna have to buy new tires regardless, whether I keep them for this or put them on this 2-liter turbo. The tires that were on this parts car were brand new Goodyears, and the wheels were in good shape, and I'm just like, you know what, they're going on there. I'm getting myself brand new tires for these wheels. The two that need redone, I'm going to sand smooth the damage. It's these two on this side. This one's got minor scuffs right there, which we'll sand out. Scuffs there and scuffs there, which honestly, they're not even down into the metal. So when they get blasted and powder coated, they'll probably be okay. There's a gouge in one of them. This one has a gouge in it, and when I take the tire off, I'll smooth that out some, but that gouge is not going to go away. So it's just going to be repowdered, because that's pretty deep, but it's just right at the edge of the lip right there. I'm fine with that. These ones will have to be smoothed out because that's gouged into the metal. But besides that, the other side's actually in really good shape. Also, the wheels that came off of this car, I'll keep for my winter wheels. They're scuffed up. I was going to get these powder coated black, and I'm not sure if I will now. I might just leave them as they are. These are brand new tires. Like, look at these things. All of them are brand new. And I'll keep those for my winter tires. I ordered kind of like a performance tire for these, but not Pilot Sports, because I can't afford that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can see this wheel's in really good shape. This one back here is in good shape with one slight scuff right here and right here, and I think I can buff those out. This is a satin black, and I'm hoping if I buff it, it doesn't turn glossy, but I don't know. They're really not bad at all. It might actually just be a scuff or something, but they're actually in really good shape. So I'll try buffing those before I send them to my buddy to be powder coated, but I'm gonna have to take these tires off and send them out to my buddy. And he says he has satin black, so I'm just gonna get them redone satin black because I kind of like it. I could get them done gloss black, but I think the satin kind of sets it off. They look good. Could use a little bit of a wheel spacer in the back, but I think I'm just gonna let it be. Everything looks good. Body lines, man, it's nice. Also, from the last episode, I didn't feel like this door was pulling in far enough, and I adjusted the striker, and that brought it in perfect. So now it looks really good. It shuts easy on top of that. So yeah, what we're doing today is grinding this down and trying the lead repair, especially right here in this spot. I'm glad it shrunk down because that's where the lead is going to come in to cover up all of this. So I need to get to work grinding all of this, and then also need to grind down there like the edge and the face of that, because I need a little lead repair there. And you're going to be able to see this. So I'm going to have to do lead repair in this area. Right here, I will not need to, but we're going to get most of this, and a little piece of that where you're going to be able to see it. And then, oh, I need to re-drill that hole down there too. Boy, that was sweaty. Now, whoo! Now I'm going to take this tail light out because I got to heat this up and I need to put tinning butter on all this. Like I said, don't have to worry about this area right here, so I don't have to worry about this paint and stuff. But in here, I need to go look at the other door and see how far in that trim goes. So to get a good idea when you're looking at stuff, you can see like right there how the plastic trim only comes in to right at that line. So I need to make sure that this section looks aesthetic. By aesthetic, I mean visually pleasing, okay? So that would be from here to here. So I might come up onto here a little bit, but from there to there, I want to make sure I get lead. And then from down here, it's going to be from up top on here, wrapped around just to right there is where the side skirt meets. Very small section right there. I think the lead repair, hopefully. I only got 2 rods, and I'm starting to think that's not going to be enough. I at least want to get to this point today. So I'm going to go ahead and take this tail light out because I'm going to be heating this metal up and I don't know how hot it's going to get and I don't want to melt this lens. Alright, so I cleaned this up some more, then wiped it down with acetone, and you know, you can see I cleared some more paint off. Wiped it all down with acetone. Now we need a tin. So I got propane instead of MAP gas because I don't want to get it too hot. We have to tin the metal first. And I got everything on Eastwood, tinning butter. You're going to take this and you're going to wipe it across there. I don't even know what it looks like. There you go. Kind of like gel almost. We're going to go ahead and wipe this on here. And then we're going to heat it up and you're going to start to see it bubble and stuff. And that's going to tin the metal and prep it so that the lead will stick. now I only have one little section left to do, and I have just a little bit of rod left. A lot of it, if you don't get it stuck on there at the right temperature, it turns to liquid and runs down. This would be easier from a top side melting. You have a very tight window of heat when you can actually stick it on and when it just melts. So you have to be really careful. Also, this panel popped in a little bit, so I got to get that dent puller and pull this out a little bit. And then I also marked my other dents I got to work on. But I'm going to pull this out, then I'm going to melt lead down onto that piece, and then I'll show you whenever I'm cleaning everything up, and we'll see what it looks like afterwards. Alright, so the next fun thing we get to do is file this. And I started it because I just wanted to see how it would go. It files pretty easy. As you can see, right here, it kind of got some holes right there, right by the weld. We are going to use some filler in some of these areas, but I wanted to get it mostly covered with metal. I got this down here. This looks actually really good down there, as you can see. But you got to hit all this with a file to knock it down. Now, it's going to be really rough when you're done, but that's going to be better for the putty to stick. So it turned out really good. I'm kind of happy with that. I'm really happy with that, actually. I didn't have to do around the edge because I already shaped that myself. I did use my dent puller on this, and it kind of helped, but we're kind of going to have to use putty there and right there as well. I did pull that out. I can feel that might be too high now, but yeah. So let's just go to town with a file. Episodes, it takes me a real long time to do something. My batteries keep dying on my camera. I gotta switch cameras. What I did, I had it like really nice filed down, and then I had a couple of spots that were lower, and I wanted to add some, so I added some, and don't do that, okay? What I ended up doing was messing up the nice finish that I had. It still looks pretty decent, but that's going to need a little bit of filler. This ended up like popping down, and then I had to use my dent puller, and you can see a couple areas where I pulled out on it. So I don't know if they're going to show up when I putty it or not, and I hope they don't, because I might have to tap them down, and I don't want to have to do that. So we need some putty here. Oh, that's all from me sanding. Up here a little bit, and then I'm going to do this area right now. I'll get to the rest of that later. That turned out really good down there. I'm happy with that. It is going to need the like minimal amount of putty in a couple spots, but that looks really good down there. And then this ended up pretty decent inside of here too. So I do like the lead repair. It's just hard to do. And then the acetone, and from that stuff I was using, it ate through the clear coat on this panel. It doesn't matter. We got to sand all that anyways to paint it, so I'm not really worried about that. But let's get some putty on this. Now, I'm not sure if I can get this in one more coat, but that was just to knock it down initially. I need to block sand all of this to get it smooth. It's lumpy, I can feel it. So I need to do one more thin coat on all of this and then try to block sand it out. So that's what I'm going to do next. And I guess watch, I don't know. Help out, please. Come block sand. We are so close. Block sanding goes a long ways. So up here, this feels wonderful. I don't feel anything except for I think I need to go along this edge right here. Most of this is good except for this area where I had those high spots. I need to recoat that. I got this pretty decent, and I think I had a hole right here, or a low spot right here, a low spot right there, and a low spot right there. So when I skim coat this, oh, and this is low. My line didn't stay good. So yeah, I need to recoat this up here, recoat this right here mainly, and then these little spots, I just skim them real quick. I better tap that down. I can feel that. So I'm going to tap this down too. But I think that's going to be the end of this episode. But anyways, if you like this video, smash that like button, consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if your mom wants me to come over and spread my lead. What are you doing in there, Ornery? What are you doing?
If you were trying to maintain
Huh?
a healthy cycle,
What are you doing?
this is where you need ancient grains, lots of healthy fats, lots of healthy carbs that are low glycemic. You need to be eating all different energy resources of carbohydrates. You know, put a separate category.
Oh, he's yawning.
Would be like legumes, right? You know, nutrition support. I'm a really big fan of soy. People have gone anti-soy. Like things you might eat lots of fish. Farm-raised fish is obviously becoming one of the most popular ways that we procure a lot of our seafood sources.
Well, you look disturbed.
That being said, I will say this: if you stay,
You got told, sir.
the cheaper salmon.
Miss Stella. Miss Stella. Want to say bye-bye? No.